I've had my eyes on these headphones for a while, and just as I was in the middle of making this review, I found out someone else had their eyes on them.
This thing here, the MPow Sport Wireless Earphones.
The largest tech YouTube channel that I'm aware of, Unbox Therapy. I was just a little fish swimming in the YouTube ocean, swim, 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 and then some big whale named Lou swallowed my idea of reviewing the best selling Bluetooth headphones on Amazon. I'll be honest, I was a little mad when I saw that video pop up on my subscription feed. I mean, I spent $18 to review these things. I was in pretty deep. But Lou, you're slightly larger than my YouTube channel, and maybe I should be thankful because you've brought probably millions of people to know about this product that I'm about to review, and so I'm ready to gobble up some, I guess they call them sloppy seconds. I think that's the term. Who am I even talking to? Lou is not watching this. I enjoyed Unbox Therapy's take, now you get mine, and I'm gonna go a good bit more into detail because I've been using these non-stop for a few days, and I have a lot to say. I'm Titus, this is the Search for Awesome, and this is my MPow Bluetooth headphones review. Less than $20, over 10,000 positive reviews, and at least at the time of this recording, the top-selling Bluetooth headphones on Amazon. That's an impressive resume. Honestly, it's a little suspicious because not only do they occupy the top spot on the Bluetooth headphone Amazon best-selling chart, they occupy 8 of the top 10 spots. Yeah, not Airpods, not Bose, not Jaybirds. Those aren't even on the top 10 list. A little weird, right? All right, let's get into the box. The package is nothing special, but it includes some documentation, a few ear tip options, and a pretty decent hard shell case. It also includes a charging cable, but no power brick, and I guess that's getting a little more common these days. The build quality really isn't that bad. It's made of like nice rubber, a strong cable, smooth plastic. There's not really much to complain about here. I went with the red version, but there are several color options that they sell this with. Listen, if you told me these were $50, I might believe you, but if you told me they were like $200, I would say, oh, that's nice, and I would avoid eye contact and pretend like you didn't just get ripped off. I mean, like, they're really nice, but not $200 nice. They're plenty comfortable, and I like the over-ear design. It just kind of lightly grasps my ear, but it's not too much. It's great for working out, and they're plenty comfortable, and they claim that they're IPX7 certified for waterproofness, so you don't really have to worry about sweating on them. One of the ear tips they include is a memory foam. I typically prefer rubber, but I really like this memory foam. It really just tightly seals into the ears and is plenty comfortable. But they do include several rubber ear tips that you can use if you don't really like the memory foam. They even claim to have noise canceling built in, which is pretty awesome if it's true. The idea of noise canceling is that essentially the headset blocks out outside noise so you can be fully immersed in what you're listening to. See, normally you don't see that feature in Bluetooth headphones, and when you do see that feature, they can be very pricey. Earpods don't even have this, and Bose sells some Bluetooth headphones that are similar to these that have noise canceling for like $300. So how do the MPows do with noise cancellation? I'd say it's tough to say how well it works or if it even has it at all. The ear tips block out sound well, and that seems to work pretty well for keeping you isolated, but I don't think there is real noise cancellation here. I did some tests where I would put the headphones in and then like turn them on and turn them off and just kind of let them go, and I didn't hear any difference between having them on with them turned on and turned off. I don't know, I don't think there's real noise cancellation here. If I were to guess, I would say that these have really good noise isolation, so it traps the audio in your ears with the ear tips, but not any real noise cancellation. But I will say this, the noise isolation, or maybe it is noise cancellation, does work really well because I've been on my Bowflex Max Trainer before, and that thing is really loud when you get going, and it just really blocks out a lot of noise. In fact, sometimes when I'm listening to music or to a show or something, like I'll start hearing details I didn't hear before because it really does a good job of isolating the sound. Don't get me wrong, I can still hear the things going on around me, like I can still hear the Max Trainer, but it's a lot quieter. So that brings me to the actual sound fidelity. MPow claims it has a richer bass, and it's definitely a bassy sound, a bit too bassy for my taste. I'm not really a thumping kind of guy. I know that might surprise you. I kind of find that the bass muddies up the sound quality a little, and they aren't quite as crisp as some of my more expensive headphones. But the more I've used these, the more I like it. Like, I've kind of got used to that bassy sound, and I really like this. It's a good quality sound, especially for the money. Not perfect, but pretty good. One of the tests I did when I was trying to figure out the audio fidelity of these MPows and how they compare to other things is I borrowed some Airpods from a coworker, and I just kind of went back and forth between these and those through some songs. And I gotta say, like, these aren't that far off in terms of audio fidelity. The Airpods are a slight bit crisper in sound, and these are definitely more of a bassy sound, and I know some of you like that. This is actually like the first time I've ever used Airpods, and I gotta say, they're pretty unremarkable in how they sounded. They weren't bad. I mean, it wasn't like a bad sound, but for the money, I was a little underwhelmed. Why is everyone buying these things again? Now, MPow did make an interesting design decision with these. There is no like remote on the cable. All of the buttons and controls are actually built into one of the earpieces. The earpieces do kind of protrude a little bit outside of your ear, which I kind of like because they're still super lightweight. It's not like that protrusion's adding weight to your ears and making it uncomfortable. They're still very comfortable, but it allows you to grasp onto them so then you can click the buttons without actually like shoving them into your ear each time you press a button. The main button is for turning on the device, pausing, playing, and answering the phone, etc. And there's two more buttons. One is a volume up / next track button, and then there's a volume down previous track button. Basically, you press the buttons for volume control, and then you hold down the buttons if you want to skip or go back a track. Now, this does have a built-in microphone, and I'll say that the call quality is pretty decent. I've never had anyone like straight up complain about the sound they were hearing, and they don't ever say like, "I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry, what'd you say?" But the microphone is built into the ear, so it's not exactly close to your mouth. So I did have one person say, I mean, like, I can hear you, but you sound different. Like, did you change something? But it seems to work just fine for calls. The last thing I want to talk about is the battery. They claim it lasts 7 to 9 hours, which is impressive, and sure enough, that seems about right. I worked an entire workday with these, and after about 8 hours, it was about time for me to leave. I finally then got the battery warning. I will say the charging speed could be better, but I'm a little spoiled by the OnePlus Bullets with their super fast charging. Like 10 minutes gets you like several hours of use. And MPow claims that it takes about 1.5 hours to charge these completely. Another test I did was I wanted to see how far they would last if I just charged them for 10 minutes. I just wanted to see if a 10-minute charge could like get me through a workout, let's say. After that 10-minute charge, they lasted about an hour, which isn't terrible, but it kind of made me miss my OnePlus Bullets, which charge like literally 3 minutes will get you like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. They charge incredibly fast. These aren't terrible, but those are kind of the best. What else? Well, they connect really fast to my phone. It's kind of weird. I literally turn them on and they're like, power on, connected. It's faster than like any other Bluetooth headset I've ever used. They also do a great job of staying connected without having that random thing with Bluetooth headsets where they just kind of cut out. Like literally I had them upstairs on like the other side of the house. I walked all the way downstairs, came all the way over here just to see how far they would go, and it was a pretty wide distance and like almost zero cutting out. It was kind of remarkable. And these things are like so loud. I never on my phone put it above like 50% volume. And I don't even listen to like loud music. I just listen to podcasts and they're too loud. So if you like loud headsets, yeah, these are the ones. All in all, what can I say? I think these are a great value, but I can't say they're my favorite Bluetooth headphones ever, but they're exceptional. The more I use them, the more I like them. And even though these are great, I will say that I do prefer my OnePlus Bullets wireless instead because they have a more flat, more pleasing sound signature, at least for my ears. And overall, they're just a little bit more premium. And here's my video of the OnePlus Bullets wireless, by the way. If you want to check that out, I'll just leave that right there. But again, for less than 20 bucks, I don't think you can do better than these. These are pretty great, and I can see why they have been reviewing so well and why so many people enjoy them. They are probably my new favorite cheap Bluetooth wireless headset. I did review some Teotronic headphones a while back, and I think I like these more, even though they do have a more extra bassy sound. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do decide that you want to pick up the MPow Bluetooth headphones, there are affiliate links in the description below. Anytime you purchase through those, it goes to supporting the search for awesome. Also, while you're there, maybe let me know what you thought of the video with a like or a dislike. And if you really like the video, you might want to subscribe because I have more videos and tech reviews like this coming up just like this very soon. Thanks again, and I guess I will see you next time when the search for awesome continues.